say you have a kind of Christmas light or whatever light made with LEDs. Here there are 30, as far as I know, 30 ones in a row. And you can see it here. And I have already made another video about how to get such a LED string supplied via the mains. And in the Netherlands that is 230 volts at 50 Hertz, but of course the whole idea also works on 110 volts at 60 Hertz, etc, etc. The whole idea is that you have, say, a kind of old type of computer power supply. And I say computer, but I mean also for a hub or so. Anyway, they in general give out 5 volts at currents between 100 milliampere and 1 ampere. And that's more or less ideal for this application. Like I told, I made a video about it where I have used to serve the LEDs a resistor, but in this video I want to give it another try. That always works, by the way, by using diodes to drop the voltage from approximately 5 volts, say more or less stable 5 volts, to the voltage that such a LED string needs. And that is in general, when you buy them, here 3 batteries in a row. Normally they are carbon zinc batteries, so they have a voltage of 1.5 volt each, together 4.5 volts. That mimics in a certain way 5 volts, but anyway there is of course a resistor here. So here is the battery bay for all these standard batteries, be it alkaline, be it carbon zinc, etc, etc. But anyway, the aim of this video is to tell more about how to get such a battery box into a more or less serious thing, and that is use such a 5 volt power supply. It's here, by the way, here. It's 5 volt, it can handle approximately 1 ampere. Of course we surely don't need 1 ampere to serve a few Christmas lights. The current is normally in the order of, say, 100 milliampere, 200 milliampere. But of course we know that each LED takes in a certain way a substantial current. Of course you can do all the say mathematics and the measurements. For instance, measure the DC current that's flowing into that big bunch of LEDs. And important to tell is that all these LEDs are parallel. That was not so clear in my earlier video, but anyway, so we have here 40 or 30 LEDs in parallel. So here we have the voltage drop realized by silicon diodes. Each silicon diode has a barrier voltage. That barrier voltage is in the order of 0.7 up to 0.8 volts. That depends a little bit on the voltage that is applied to it. And here you can see I've used 4 of them in a row. So this is the first one, second one, etc, etc. These say silicon diodes are absolutely not critical. You can use any silicon diode. And you can see it here. As far as I know, for instance, these diodes were originally high voltage diodes. This also, and this is standard silicon diode, but anyway, the only idea is that they can handle that current and their voltage drop. So that was more or less everything to tell. Simple idea of using silicon diodes to make a Christmas light work on the mains supply, be it 110 volts or 230 volts, etc, etc. Let's look to the LEDs on my workbench. And well, that's a good sight. Thanks for watching. A very simple solution to reuse such a 5-volt power supply from the past. Thanks for watching.